Hi Yu-hwei, thank you for joining our program today. You were formerly an investment banker. Why do you quit your job and to become a Kung Fu writer?
Yeah, actually, I quit my job not to become a Kung Fu writer, but to become a better mom. I wanted to quit my job since I had my second child, which is 6-7 years ago. I felt that it's always a pull for a woman, between the job and taking care of the family. So after I have my fourth kid, I finally decided that it's time for me to spend more time home with the children. And this martial art writing really is my hobby. I have been writing when I was a banker, and I continued to write after I quit my job. So that's always a hobby. My decision really was to quit investment banking to become a mom.
How do you compare life as an investment banker and as a writer?
Oh, it's completely different. As a banker, you're constantly in touch with people. You have to interact with your clients, your bosses, your colleagues. It's a very fast-paced world. Everything moves so quickly. There's always deadline. As a writer, everything is more inward. If you say banking is really outward, there's interaction, human interaction. Writing really is, aside from spending time with my family, husband and children, I spend my time writing after the children, have gone to sleep. So it's a couple of hours for myself to face the computer and try to put down all the thoughts and the ideas I had during the day. There's no human interaction. It's really just me and myself talking to each other. So I think that's the most drastic difference.
What do your children think about you being a Kung Fu writer?
They're pretty excited about it. They thought it's a very cool thing. They're not old enough to read them yet. I wanted them to wait a few years when they're older before they start reading them. My son always told me, "Oh, Mom, don't spend so much time in our school to help out, the PTA and stuff. Why don't you spend more time finishing your book?" Because he realized that, writing is such a happy thing for me. He really encouraged me to spend more time on it.
As a woman, do you think it's difficult to compete with men?
I think in different areas. As a banker, I'm speaking for myself, I thought I did have a disadvantage in the sense that my heart is still always with the children. First and foremost, my family and my children came first. Just for an example, when I was working, if the school called me to say, "Oh, your child is ill, he needs to be picked up from school," I will have to leave work and go pick him up. Whereas for some men, maybe their heart could be with the work. They might be able to put work as their first priority. Whereas for me, it's more difficult because my role as a mother really came first all the time. Whereas I think in writing, interestingly, as a contrast, I think I do have an advantage over men because I think it's a privilege for me to be able to, say, quit my job and stay home, play the role as a mom, and on the side do my writing. And whereas I can leave the job of supporting the family to my husband, which is very legitimate. Whereas if a man really wanted to write, it would be a lot more difficult for him to quit a good salary job and say, "Okay, I just want to devote my time to my hobby and writing a novel and forget about making money and supporting family." I think it would be a lot tougher for men.
Well, that's very interesting indeed, and I hope all the best in your next writing project. Once again, thank you for coming to our studio today.
Thank you very much.